very glad to be here. The last time I was here about 3 years ago, we had a similar audience from Bangalore and Kochi, Yuva Bengaluru team. So looks like we are a very heterogeneous group, and looks like we have very highly learned people. At the same time, we have others who are very keen on getting knowledge. So I think my role is slightly different compared to when I was here last time. So today I'll have to act like a channel, taking from here and passing on here. A brief introduction about me. My name is Narotham. Professionally, I am a business analyst come program manager for an e-commerce company, Amazon. I have been a student here since even before inception of Lead India. I have been associated with Sudarsanacharya, Arunacharya, and earlier Lead India was called as Balabharati Sikshana Samiti, or Balabharati transformed into Lead India when President Abdul Kalam inspired Sudarsanacharya to take this forward to more students. Otherwise, we used to have one camp every summer, and we were about 200 students. So, with growth, there are also challenges in when quantity increases, quality is always a challenge. But I think we have done a good job in keeping the quality, and the effect of the camp for some reason has remained good, although the program came down from 21 days to 3 days now. I was a student of Lead India, and let me share a little bit about my experience with Lead India. I am so proud to be a part of Lead India as a student and even now as a volunteer. Before I came here, before I came in touch with Sudarsanacharya, I was an introvert. When I was very young, about 3 years old, my mother's determination to make me an educated person brought us to Hyderabad. Otherwise, perhaps I would have remained a farmer, because I come from a farming community. All my cousins are farmers. Farming is a great occupation. I wish someday I go back to farming with this bent of mind, with more analytics into it, with more scientific thinking into it. But I was an introvert until 8th standard, and I wouldn't want to speak with anybody. I wouldn't dare to maintain an eye contact with anybody. But one day, we were 200 children, and one day Sudarsanacharya picked on me and said, "Now come here, come on to the dais." I went trembling, and he wrapped his hand around my shoulder and said, "Don't worry about what people will think, start speaking about your experience here." And that was a turning point, and no looking back. And after my BTech, so one simple example of no looking back, after my BTech, I had 6 offers in hand. And you know, none of the software companies is going to offer a job unless you are able to speak, unless you can express yourself, unless you can work in a team. So, and this I attribute wholly to Lead India, because my only exposure apart from college and other curriculum related activities was Lead India. And now we move on to our topic. Can you have the slides, please? And how has it been so far? Any quick experience sharing, if you wish to? How did you feel over last few days?
I had changed from my goal.
Okay. So you have a goal now?
Yeah, I have a goal.
Okay. What is your goal?
To become like the trainers.
To become
Like
trainers. Like, okay. So now he found a role model in some of you, which is great. Thank you. And any quick sharing, sir? Any from any of you?
It's amazing. Actually, I got also a career from now where I can think of keeping myself occupied for a very valuable cause.
Right. Thank you. So, the topic, yeah, you want to share? Great.
When I will come here, I learn about the planning of schedule to tomorrow's. Day after tomorrow, we should planning today itself and commitment to the planning. So that I learn about the planning about. So today onwards I planning myself in my life.
So, importance of planning, which is great. So now the topic for me is mental development. I'm sure we covered physical development. We did?
Yeah.
Mental development. So, what does the word or the term mental development mean? Let's try to understand that. So, in order to there are two words, mental development. What do we mean by mental? Something of mind is mental. So, is it possible? So, if you want to develop something, we need to understand a little bit about what it is, what are we developing, and can it be developed? What is mind? Can mind be developed? Is there anything in mind to be developed? Is there anything in mind to be developed?
No. No.
Whenever we start
Maturity.
using our mind, we will improve our
What improves? Mind improves? Knowledge.
knowledge improves.
Knowledge improves and maturity improves. But to me, there is nothing in mind to be improved. At least that's what I think. Because mind is like ocean. Can you develop an ocean? Are you capable to develop an ocean? No, it's huge. To understand it, to understand what is there in it is itself very difficult. Then why have we coined this word mental development? So, did we discuss the 6 aspects of individual development? Did we discuss? Like, was it displayed? Individual development, 6 aspects: physical, mental, social, national, spiritual, career. We discussed? Okay. So, we are talking about development of an individual with that as the motto. See, we are all puppets in the hands of minds. Right? Are we not puppets in the hands of our minds? So, otherwise, I have always been fascinated about looking like Hrithik Roshan. I don't look like him. Do I? I don't. Right? But if my mind was conditioned in a certain way, conditioned towards my physique in a certain way, similar to it was conditioned for Hrithik Roshan, I would have probably looked like him. Well, there are other factors like height, weight, and genes. How much ever you try, you may not look like him. But my point is, this is the software that runs this hardware. You see this? This is the software that runs this hardware. And how do we remove some bugs and condition this software, tune this software, or whatever you want to call? There is also some virus that is always induced. I call anything virus and bug if it doesn't help you or if it stands as an obstruction in reaching your goal. Now our friend said, you said you have a goal now. And our friend said, I am able to plan. Right? So planning is a function of mind. At the same time, abstracting your own plan is also a function of mind. So how do you condition what elements to access, what elements to reject? How do we do that is all that we are going to discuss in this program. And there are extraordinary powers of mind that at the moment we are not accessing. Can we do better at any point in time? Ask any individual on this earth. If he can do better than what he is doing, he will say yes. Where does that thought come from? He knows that he is not accessing his complete potential of the mind. Agreed? All of you agree with that? Yes? So now that we have a goal, how do we condition our mind, or how do we access the parts of the mind and reject those aspects of mind that are not necessary or that will stand as an obstruction in order to reach our goal. At the same time, while we have a lot of choice, or at least we think we have a lot of choice, there are some inevitable aspects. So we'll discuss about that as well. Any problem? Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay. Hindi and English. Okay. Thank you for pointing out. तो मेरा हिंदी इतना शुद्ध नहीं है, लेकिन मैं बात कर सकता हूँ थोड़ा थोड़ा. हैदराबादी हिंदी जो है वो निजाम के इन्फ्लुएंस से थोड़ा उर्दू मिक्स होता है, थोड़ा डिफरेंट है नॉर्थ का हिंदी से. लेकिन मैं पूरी कोशिश करूंगा कि जो भी इंग्लिश में बोल रहा हूँ वो एक बार हिंदी में दोहराऊंगा.
अच्छा, आपका जानकारी में पूरे देश में कोई भी शुद्ध हिंदी बोलता नहीं, अपना शुद्ध है सबका.
अच्छा, जो अगर आपको समझ में आ रहा है तो मैं खुश हो जाऊंगा, क्योंकि मैं पहले कभी हिंदी में कुछ सेशन लिया ही नहीं. कभी कभी दोस्तों से बात करता हूँ. हाँ, so I'll just mix it between Hindi and
because some words will be tough for them.
Correct. तो अब तक जो बोला उसका समरी ये है कि जब हम मेंटल डेवलपमेंट बोलते हैं या मस्तिष्क विकास बोलते हैं, बुद्धि विकास, बुद्धि नहीं, मानसिक विकास बोलते हैं, तो उसका अर्थ क्या है? मनस को डेवलप कैसे कर सकते हैं, विकास कैसे कर सकते हैं? तो मनस को कुछ विकास नहीं करते, वो तो है, हर जगह है, वो हमारे अंदर है, फैली हुई है पूरा. तो वहां से जो चाहिए वो कैसे टैप करना, जो नहीं चाहिए उसको कैसे रिजेक्ट करना. कि पतंजलि तो बोलते हैं योगः चित्त वृत्ति निरोधः. तो उसका मतलब क्या है? ये चित्त में, चित्त इज अ डीपेस्ट point of mind, or the modern science calls it subconscious mind. The deepest in the mind, the deepest even in the subconscious mind, where the impressions since our birth, or if you believe in previous birth, since millions of births, all the impressions are stored there. चित्त में जितने भी जन्म हम लिए, या इस अब अगर आप पूर्व जन्म में विश्वास करते हो, या अगर नहीं करते हो, तो आपके बचपन से जब आपको कॉन्शियस भी नहीं है, 1 साल में जो हुआ अभी आपके कॉन्शियस माइंड में नहीं रहता, लेकिन वो पूरा चित्त में जाके स्टोर हो जाता है, सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में स्टोर हो जाता है. एंड यू कैन एक्सेस इट इफ यू वांट. इट इज पॉसिबल टू एक्सेस. सो जो हम अभी बात करें, तो जब हम सुबह सुबह उठने की बात करते हैं, हाउ मेनी ऑफ अस फेल गेटिंग अप इन द मॉर्निंग ऑल्दो वी प्लान इट द प्रीवियस डे.
सुबह जो
तो
हाँ,
रात को तय करते हैं कि हम सुबह उठेंगे, लेकिन उठ नहीं पाते. वैसा कितने लोगों के साथ होता है? मेरे उस सबके साथ होता है, मैं बताता हूँ. आपके साथ नहीं, मेरे साथ भी होता है. उसमें शर्माने की बात नहीं है. ओके, तो बात यह है कि that habit, that pravritti is in subconscious mind, very deep, very, very deep. And subconscious mind is at least, as per research, I don't know how they quantified it, but there is one research that says subconscious mind is at least 10 lakh times more powerful than conscious mind. Your decision is conscious. Subconscious mind से जो आपका प्रवृत्ति है, तू बोलेगा, तू अलार्म बजते ही बोलेगा चल उठना है, और आपकी प्रवृत्ति बोलेगी अंदर से कि बेटा सो जाए, थोड़ी देर और सो जाए. क्या जाने वाला है? Doesn't make much difference. तो इतना स्ट्रांग है, आप उसको कैसे मिटा पाते? समझ में आया? आप ही की है. So there are a few thoughts that I would like to leave you with at the end of this session. So no miracle is going to happen at the end of this session, let me tell you. Okay? So abhi
First time we are hearing. First.
Very honest.
I am honest because no miracle is going to happen. You will only set a path for miracle. Okay? So abhi I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I really hope that this enthusiasm continues. Okay, you said you are able to plan, but there are so many challenges in planning itself, you know. I am very glad that you started planning for day after tomorrow. But have you not planned in the past?
But for all the, so I said in Tamil,
Yeah. No problem.
நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எல்லாத்துக்குமே பிளான் பண்ண கிடையாது. ஏதோ முக்கியமான விஷயங்களுக்கு மட்டும் பிளான் பண்ணுவேன். எல்லா ஒரு இதுக்கும் ஒரு இன்னைக்கு காலையில சொன்னா இன்னைக்கு இது பண்ணுமா அப்படியே எதுவுமே கிடையாது. ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு எக்ஸாமினேஷன் ஏதோ ஒரு முக்கியமான விஷயத்துக்கு மட்டும் பிளான் பண்ணுவேன்.
Okay, so I think what he's saying is I used to plan only certain aspects, not every aspect of life.
Selective.
Now that I was very selective in my planning. Good, but are you confident that you can? Confidence definitely gives you a lot of energy, but there are also challenges. What has changed in these 3-4 days that you are so confident? Or is this confidence some kind of a peak and a trough is going to come, or you are going to return to your previous state? Or how do you maintain this state of enthusiasm, state of encouraged or excited person? So yes, it is possible. Like at least for me, that excitement remained for 6 months after my first camp. And in 6 months, I got used to a lot of things. In 6 months, I got used to yoga, I got used to a lot of things, and that helped me. But there was a point when I came back, not to where I started, but it was higher than where I started, but it was not as high as at the end of the camp. Okay, so that will happen. I mean, I am being honest about it. Now in the state of excitement, you think, you have erased all the impressions of all your past. But is it possible in 3 days? No. It's not possible. Have you derived so much energy that you can wipe off so much? Or do you at least know the depth of your impressions? Did you access them in order to erase? No, we haven't. It is just that this excitement pumps you up so much that you feel you are on the top of Everest, which is good. It is very important for you to feel that you are on top of Everest. That gives you a lot of confidence. And now that you are on Everest, next time when you want to go there, you can reach easily because you know the path, okay? You simply spend some time. But there are challenges in remaining there. This is a closed environment. When you go out, अभी हम समझते हैं कि हमको गुस्सा नहीं आएगा, लेकिन हम जब बाहर जाते हैं तो उस परिस्थिति में जब यहाँ जो सीख रहे वो अप्लाई कर सकेंगे तब ना होगा. ये तो क्लोज्ड कंडीशन, ये तो एक्सपेरिमेंटल सिचुएशन, राइट? सो व्हाट हैपेंड? दिस इज नॉट वर्किंग. ओके, सो ओके, सो जब हम बोलते हैं कि मुझे गुस्सा आ रहा है, किसको आ रहा है गुस्सा? I am feeling happy. Who is feeling happy? My body is feeling happy. Mind is feeling happy. Then why am I saying I am feeling happy?
Mind says to us,
related with the mind.
Huh?
Body is related with mind.
Body is related with mind. सोल यार सोल तो मैं तो जानता ही नहीं उसके बारे में। लोग बोलते हैं कि आत्मा है। हाँ?
सोल बहुत बड़ी चीज है।
उसको बाहर मत निकालो,
अंदर ही है। बाहर निकालने पे सिर्फ बॉडी बची।
Feelings are connected with the mind, so obviously it reacts in that way.
Feelings are corrected by mind.
Yes.
Feelings are corrected by mind.
Connected.
Connected. Okay. Connected. Yes. But the point I am trying to make is, we are so associated with our mind or identified with our mind that we think we are our mind. Are we beyond mind?
Yes.
सर एक एग्जांपल बोलता हूँ।
हाँ।
केसीआर साहब है ना, आत्मा को लगता है आत्मा को लग के इतना बड़ा उद्यम करा, आत्मा को पकड़ लेता है, आत्मा बोलता है कि गुस्सा करता है, आत्मा
अच्छा, आप वो स्ट्रॉन्ग इमोशन के बारे में बोल रहे हैं।
गुस्सा आता है तो आत्मा को लग के आता है गुस्सा।
अच्छा,
आत्मा को लगता है।
तो इन्होंने जो बोल रहे हैं वो मोटिवेशन के बारे में बोल रहे हैं, जो अंदर से आपको जो फीलिंग ये करना ही चाहिए। हाँ, तो नहीं, वो सही है। मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि आप और आपके मन, ये दो डिफरेंट चीजें या सेम चीजें?
अलग अलग
अलग अलग है। आप ये अवेयरनेस से जीते हो क्या?
बिल्कुल।
हाँ, तो आप ये नहीं बोलेंगे कि मैं गुस्सा हूं, मुझे गुस्सा आया अभी। आपके मन को तो आया है। If we live, just think about it. If we live with an awareness that me and my mind are different, or I am beyond my mind, just think about it. Okay, it is difficult for us to think that I am not my mind because we have been so identified with it, to go above it or beyond it and say, okay, so this is my mind's thought, or this is my thought, but this is not me. But this, just living in this paradigm, changes a lot of things for us. It changes a lot of things for us. It makes us powerful to control our thoughts or to channelize our thoughts. Okay, because let's say I get angry. Okay, I get a thought of anger. Who uses whom? Does the anger use you or you use the anger? Anger is using you or you use anger? आप गुस्से को यूज करते हो या गुस्सा आपको यूज करता है?
We are using.
Anger is using us, right?
No.
Yes.
But if you are saying no, it is not for me, then I am meeting, 1 in 1 lakh people or so. Possible. What you are saying is, when I get angry, I can smile. Anger remains in my mind, and smile is on account of my decision to smile. You see the difference?
Pardon?
When my mind gets angry, can I smile?
In generally, no. No, but some people smiled. We could understand he is angry.
Who is angry?
It happened in this class.
Yeah. There is some example. So we have seen 60 days. Yes.
Some action is made correct. It happened with some people.
Right.
Also.
Right.
So they control their anger. Also.
They control. So you can control or you can rule over your mind's thoughts only when you know that you are above. Right? Are you above or are you too engrossed by the thoughts or engulfed by the thoughts of the mind? Usually engulfed.
But over the years, we are now using anger as a weapon.
Right. So what is mind? What is mind?
Thinking.
Thoughts. Mind is a bundle of thoughts. Right? Mind is a bundle of thoughts. Now, a lot of us, we should get the distinction between brain and mind, just for theoretical knowledge purposes. Brain क्या है, mind क्या है? What is brain? What is mind?
Brain is a part of a body.
Right.
Mind is thoughts.
Mind is thoughts. Okay. Any other definition? Brain is physical. Mind is not physical.
Not physical. Yes.
Any other thoughts?
Hardware, software.
Hardware, software. Any other thoughts?
Mind is a components which run the thoughts.
Mind?
Components or a part of body which run the thoughts.
Okay. Mind is part of body. Where is mind? Which part of the body is it?
Apex point of the body.
Huh?
Apex point of the body.
Here?
Yeah.
So here we know we have brain, but where is mind? How do we determine where is it? Is it possible, or at least has science been able to discover?
The brain is a part of brain.
Brain is part of mind. Body.
And it creates and runs all the thoughts. And you tell me that the thoughts and the mind is a thoughts, a bundle of thoughts.
Bundle of thoughts. Right.
It's a space also. Mind is a space.
Mind is a space. Okay.
Brain is a processor which takes all the inputs from the senses and keeps and processes, and whichever goes to mind. And when it wants to retrieve, it will retrieve. And we can, in between, we can do with your given programs. It can be controlled or act accordingly.
Right.
What I feel.
Right. Any other?
Yeah, mind is thinking good or bad, and positive and negative. So what is it?
Okay, so in mind you have discrimination, that's what you are saying. Okay.
Mind is this manmay kosha, third layer of our body. Manmay kosha is there.
Yeah, so it is not physical. Not physical. Can't be seen with naked eye.
Can't be.
ब्रेन को अनुभव किया जा सकता है.
हाँ सर.
ब्रेन को अनुभव किया जा सकता है.
ब्रेन को अनुभव किया जा
सकता है. माइंड को अनुभव नहीं किया जा सकता.
माइंड को अनुभव नहीं किया जा सकता. So we can operate on brain. Can cut and operate on brain, but physical. On mind we cannot. Right? Okay. So some distinction. And there's also another point that brain is mortal, mind is immortal. I beg to differ slightly from this because, I mean, immortal क्या है? So when we said mind is bundle of thoughts and thoughts keep changing. So what are we talking about? I mean, what is immortal there? In my, I think my mind takes rebirth every moment. Whenever a new thought is induced in my mind, it is a new birth. Or whenever there is a shift in paradigm, whenever there is shift in maturity, I am a new person completely. Right? But, I mean, so brain is mortal, it can die, but mind is immortal. It's a too strong statement, and I'm not sure if science has proven it, but what they are trying to say is, these tendencies as a package will take rebirth and continue to exist till eternity, which is a too strong and too deep subject for me to investigate. But maybe it is true, because if we believe in rebirth, it has to be true.
It's true.
We have been living for so many generations, and I have had some experiences of rebirth, I mean, knowing about past life and getting it validated too. That's why I'm sort of started believing in rebirth and so on from a scientific point of view.
Past regressions.
Past regression and so on. So. Okay. Now, nature of mind. As this slide say, or can you talk a little bit about your nature of your mind? Anybody here? You want to comment on nature of your mind? No? What about you? You want to comment on nature of your mind?
Mind is not stable because thoughts keeps changing. Nature is
right.
So it's changeable. It's adaptable to the environment.
Right. Fantastic. Fantastic. Anything else? Yes, sir.
Yeah, for me, mind cannot be controlled. Mind can be managed.
Mind can be managed.
Control and manage.
Right.
So management is possible. Control is not possible.
Right.
My mind wants to be peace.
Your mind wants to be
peace.
Okay. Okay.
मन का स्वभाव चंचलता है.
चंचलता है. क्या बात है? Any other thoughts around any nature of mind? Yes, sir.
It can be controlled and managed. It was said in Bhagavad Gita. Chanchalam, there's a question asked by Arjuna. Chanchalam mana Krishna pramadi bharavadra. Tasyaham nigraham manye vayuram sudishtaram. Then Krishna answered, Asamsayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha gruhyate. With dispassion and practice and dispassion, you can control. So chanchalam mana Krishna, it's very chanchalam. Pramadi bharavadra, it is such a strong. Like catching the wind in a hand.
Right.
Asya hanikrame vayuru sudishkram. Then he also told, no doubt, asamsayam mahabaho, mano durnigraham chalam. It cannot be controlled. Mano durnigraham chalam. It is moving.
Right.
Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha gruhyate.
Right.
Through practice and dispassion, you can overcome it and you can control it.
Fantastic. So he has summarized Sir has summarized the entire session actually. So that is what.
Because he quoted Krishna, now there is no.
But so all I can do is invite Krishna here and I invite him onto me and let me see if anything can be done both to me and to all of us. Because towards the end Arjuna confesses that you have told me all these things. Okay? You have told me so many types of yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, so on, so on. And at the end, what Arjuna says, or what Krishna says, okay, now I will tell you the final thing. What is that shloka?
I have done my job and you. Now you do what you want.
What is that shloka? No. Towards the end, there is a shloka, I surrender, I give. Or he instructs. क्या है वो श्लोक?
सर्वधर्मान्
परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. Okay, but that is the end. अभी तो हम वहाँ पर नहीं है. अभी तो जहाँ सर ने बताया वहीं पर है. हम पहले तो जान ले कि क्या कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते. But Vivekananda said the old religion says you are an atheist if you don't believe in God. But new religion says you are an atheist if you don't believe in yourself. So, and that final thing comes when you have done everything and then you surrender. ये ऐसा हुआ कि मैं एग्जाम्स को पढ़ूंगा नहीं, पहली बार फेल हुआ, दूसरी बार फेल हुआ, तीसरी बार फेल हुआ और अभी मैं मांग रहा हूँ दुआ कि भगवान मुझे बचा लो. हाँ, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए ना. तो हमें जो करना है वो तो करना है. हम कंट्रोल करेंगे माइंड को. इफ नॉट कंप्लीटली, पूरी वासनाओं को दूर नहीं कर पाते शायद, लेकिन कुछ तो कर सकते. सुबह तो उठ सकते, योगा तो कर सकते. हाँ, जिंदगी में सक्सेस के लिए या हमारे गोल्स रीच होने के लिए हमें शायद भगवान की जरूरत है या उनको सरेंडर करने की जरूरत है, लेकिन हमारी कोशिश तो जारी रखेंगे ना. तो कंट्रोल ऑफ माइंड इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट and we should believe that we can control our mind, otherwise we will not get confidence.
Keeping the light in the air and ask Bhagwan to keep it up.
Exactly, वो तो नहीं कर सकते. हवा में दीप जला के भगवान बचा ले तो नहीं बोल सकते ना. तो हमको तो हमारा कोशिश जारी रखनी है। तो हम थोड़ी थोड़ी चीजों को हम कर सकते हैं, ओके, थोड़ी थोड़ी चीजों को हम जरूर कर सकते हैं। उससे हमको और शक्ति मिलेगी और ऊर्जा मिलेगी, फिर हम उसको और बड़े चीजों करने के लिए प्रयत्न करेंगे। ओके, सो mind is fickle, so you have summarized, but fickle, unstable, change or seeks pleasures है। Unstable, fickle and change, Chanchalam summarizes this, seeks pleasures. Mind always seeks pleasures. Now the object of pleasure or object of enjoyment may be different for different people. Like for a saint it is pursuing God. He uses mind to pursue God, in pursuit of God. For a person in
businessman, money is a pleasure.
Money is a pleasure. So object of pleasure is different for different people, but our mind seeking pleasure in something, or mind seeking an object will always continue to happen. Right? So long as thoughts exist, we will continue to have some or the other desire, and we will seek pleasure, or we have those desires because we seek pleasure, because mind seeks pleasure. Right? So this is the nature of mind. Okay? And moving on. Now, I need a pen, please. Well, let me work with someone. What is your name? Or you refuse to stand up? I want to work with you. Please stand up. What is your name?
Prasanna Kumar.
Prasanna Kumar. What a fantastic name. So, आपका नाम सुनते ही मेरे मुंह में प्रसन्नता आ गई है. Fantastic name. Can you talk a little bit about a habit or a pravritti you want to get rid of? Huh?
I drink officially.
Okay.
Now I go for a meeting in official work and I used to drink. Now I just reduced it very much.
Okay.
I wanted to stop it.
Okay. Let's take this habit of drinking or any other pravritti you want. You already stopped or?
No. Slightly I'm just reducing it.
Slightly you are reducing. Okay, fine. Let's work with it. When was the first time you thought about drinking?
Thought of stop.
Thought. Or how did it come to you?
When I was in a full tension in my office, I started drinking the past 2 years back.
Okay, so I'll slightly change my question. When was the first time you were exposed to drinking? You saw someone drinking, or
No.
You thought about drinking, or when was the first time you know that there is something called as drinking alcohol?
I know it very few years back itself.
When?
4 years back.
How?
When my friends, I was studying in college with my friends.
Okay. With your friends?
They used to drink.
They used to drink. And you, okay, what was the thought in your mind at that point?
What is there in it?
What is there in it? Okay, so these guys are drinking, what is there in it? That's the first thought. Okay, then what happened?
Then I thought, let me taste a bit.
Let me taste a bit. Okay.
And see what is there.
Did you express this with someone? Did you tell your friend that I want to try or something?
That I said.
That you said. Okay. This before tasting.
Before tasting.
Before tasting.
And they said, don't want dry. If you just start tasting it, you will become some addict to that. I said, okay, fine. And after 2 years before, I just started drinking.
Okay. Now, since the time when you thought about drinking first, 2 years ago, in between, was there any reinforcement of this thought? Did you? You had. And did you discuss about it? Did you speak about it?
No.
No? But this,
it was running in my mind.
it was running in your mind. So a discussion in your mind is also some kind of, you were speaking with yourself, words.
Then I accepted.
Yeah. So thoughts, repeated words, either inside your mind or with someone else. And what happened after that? When was the first time you tasted?
2012, and that was a sad day. My friend, he passed away. For that reason, I just started drinking.
Okay, so that is so you thought of drinking 4 years ago. That was a nice opportunity for you to drink. How do you know drinking will relieve you of sadness?
No, I just wanted to just go rid of that thinking.
What thing? How do you know that by drinking you will get rid of thoughts?
Close friend.
How do you know that by drinking alcohol you will get rid of these thoughts?
All because of my friends, that's it.
All because of, okay, so this kept on happening. Okay. Okay. And what?
Otherwise, obviously, it just started from the day.
Okay.
Official meeting when I go out of stations, I used.
How often?
3 months once.
Once in 3 months.
Sorry,
Okay.
once in 3 months.
Okay. So, but you said you want to get rid of this habit, and you use the word habit. What happens if you don't drink?
Nothing.
Or what prompts you to drink?
I just wanted to stop it because this is the only habit I have, which I thought is bad.
Okay. Well, in his case, he is able to think about stopping and he is able to control because it has not become your pravritti. You understand? It is not yet your pravritti. But if it becomes your pravritti, it is very difficult for you to stop. The reason all of us can't get up in the morning is this. If all of us were thrown in a Gurukul and for 5-10 years we got used to waking up at 4:30 in the morning, and when we go back to the world where people get up at 7, you can't wake up at 7, you have to get up at 4:30. That's how you will become. Because that has become your...
50 times. One time. Every movie में कभी हाँ कभी ना अगर कौन सा भी मूवी देखो उसका एक्शन वगैरह I inspired by Shahrukh.
Right.
I look like Shahrukh. Maybe I look like
Shahrukh. You look like Shahrukh, by the way. He wants to look like Shahrukh also. So fascinated, you know.
ऐसा imitate करता जा रहा हूँ. Just like Shahrukh words.
आपका ड्रेस स्टाइल भी चेंज किया है क्या? शाहरुख के जैसे. ड्रेस कभी कभी उनके ड्रेस पहनने की इच्छा. You see. So good. Thank you for sharing. Any other example which has helped you progress in life?
Can I give?
Yeah, one example.
भारत माता. ये जो विचार बना है भारत माता के लिए सब कुछ करना, अंतिम श्वास तक इस राष्ट्र के लिए कुछ ना कुछ करना. सबसे पहले जो विचार आया, क्यों आया? एक गुरु गोविंद सिंह का गुरु गोविंद सिंह जानते हैं? गुरु गोविंद सिंह का जब मैंने सुना तो उन्होंने अपना पूरा जीवन इस देश के लिए, इसको स्वतंत्र करवाने के लिए पूरा जीवन लगा दिया. मेरे मन में विचार आया मेरे को भी ऐसा करना है, इसके लिए भारत माता के लिए. वहाँ से शुरुआत हुआ. फिर मुझे प्लेटफार्म चाहिए था, मैंने प्लेटफार्म ढूंढा और ऐसा करने के लिए जो मुझे करना था अब तक वो सब किया. एक्शन बाकी सब वो आदत में आ गया. अभी वो मेरा एक ऐसा कुछ कर रहे थे और कोई समझे नहीं और वो ऐसा आदत में इतना समा गया तो वो बोल गया मैं दक्ष है, तो हमारे सामने का क्या कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वो आदत में आ गया. और अंतिम जो हमारा ये है कि भारत माता पुनः विश्व गुरु बने, इसके लिए हम हमारा जीवन लगा देंगे.
So the idea of making India, भारत को विश्व गुरु बनाने का विचार जब से इनके मन में आ गया तो अभी आप उसके बाद क्या किए? आपके मन में यह विचार आया भारत का विश्व, कैसे आया विचार? आपको किसी ने बताया?
गुरु गोविंद सिंह का मैंने
गुरु गोविंद सिंह का आपने उनके बारे में सुना या पढ़े?
जीवन के बारे में सुना पहली बार,
उनके जीवन के बारे में सुना, उसके बाद आप क्या किए? एक विचार।
हाँ, वो आने के बाद उसके बाद मैंने मेरे जो साथी उनको कहा मैं भी भारत माता के लिए कुछ टाइम देना चाहता हूँ, समय।
हाँ,
वॉलेंट्री।
तो उनके साथी से कहा कि मैं भी भारत माता के लिए वॉलेंट्री कुछ टाइम देना चाहता हूँ। थॉट्स बिकेम वर्ड्स। उसके बाद
मैं जब 12वीं कंप्लीट हो गई मेरी, 12वीं कक्षा पढ़ने के बाद फिर मैं 3 साल के लिए जगह गया जो भारत माता के लिए कुछ करते हैं, मिलिट्री बनाना।
तो क्या किया आप? कुछ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन शुरू किए?
हाँ, शुरू नहीं किया, उसमें मैं मिल गया संगठन में।
संघ में मिल गए? संघ में मिल गए। सो ही जॉइंड संघ। Now look at so his actions. For next 3 years he was a part of संघ. उसके बाद क्या हुआ?
उसके बाद वो संघ की जो एक्टिविटी होती है उसके माध्यम से उस विचार को और गांव-गांव तक फैलाने का काम किया।
गांव-गांव तक फैलाने का, so that has become his attitude, and now look at the destiny he has. भारत becoming विश्व गुरु, and भारत को विश्व गुरु बनाने में मेरा जीवन, पूरा जीवन बिता दूंगा। Look at that determination, look at that strength. It has become his pravrutti. Now can you separate him from his thought? Now should it be separated or not is a different thing, but it is very difficult to separate. Okay. Now determination, this buddhi, now we have seen some 2-3 examples. You wanted to share, please.
When I was a child, my mother used to take me to satsangs, some Sanatana Mahasabha. That time it is going to happen. Some Malayali Swamis came to our place and they used to conduct pravachnas for 3 days, 4 days. When I am very like 5 years, 6 years, that time itself, मेरा मम्मी मेरे को साथ में लेके जाता था and पिटाता था. So I got that dance, unknowingly. After completed my 7th class, one day, what I remember I am doing. One day, I told my parents that I don't want to go to school. They shouted. I told I want to become sharp. 3 days I locked myself in my room. I didn't come out for food. Later my grandfather came and he said, no, first you will continue studies, later we see. So that is over. Once I completed my diploma, I came to Hyderabad. I am to different areas. Entirely, I enjoyed my life. Something. Okay, but in some unknowingly, whenever I see some satsang related or Maharshis, some good books like Sri Ramana Maharshi, Bhagavan Ji, so I used to continue that. एक तरफ से मेरा thoughts चल रहा था, but logically, I mean, this worldly life में तो I am completely attached with this materialistic world. Okay. Now again I came to the point. I feel that is not the actual thing we need to do. Myself, कभी तो कभी मेरे को मालूम होना चाहिए कि why I am here. I want to know myself. So I am again traveling towards to that by making that path itself my lifestyle. So I believe that बचपन में जो हमारे दिमाग में गया है वो कभी जाता नहीं. अगर बीच में रॉन्ग ट्रैक में गए तो भी that will pull you backside again. That's it.
Thank you for sharing. So now here there is a conflict of pravritti. So when he was very young, he developed this strong thought and और ये जो impression बन गया, strong impression around spirituality or knowing himself. That is a very strong impression he cultivated when he was very young. और उसके बाद अभी सक्सेसफुल हो गए जिंदगी में, वर्ल्डली लाइफ में सक्सेसफुल हो गए, ये दूसरी प्रवृत्ति है. तो दोनों प्रवृत्ति के बीच में he is exercising his discrimination and saying I will have a lifestyle which is in tune with the better objective of knowing myself rather than the other lifestyle. You see, so that is the next step that I wanted to talk about. How do we do that? Now we have these pravrittis. इसको क्या करें अभी? मेरी प्रवृत्ति है ये, झूठ बोलना किसी की प्रवृत्ति है, सुबह नहीं उठना किसी की प्रवृत्ति है. तो इसके लिए क्या करें हम? ये बन गई है, it's a part of me. क्या करूं मैं? हाँ, चेंज तो करना है, लेकिन कैसे? प्रवृत्ति चेंज करना इतना आसान नहीं है। और हम गए निकले देश को बदलने। हम सुबह उठने का प्रवृत्ति चेंज नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन निकले देश को बदलने।
उन्हें अपने प्रवृत्ति को चेंज कर दिया। उन्हें मरा बोल के राम राम बोला और वाल्मीकि रामायण लिख दिया। इसीलिए चेंज हो सकते हैं। ओके?
नहीं, एकलव्य नहीं।
I am not discouraging. I also have my own set of priorities that I am working out. Should we at all have this, thought? So I am not discouraging. I am sorry. Okay. I am saying that. See, well, there are other forces that are acting through us. It's not we who is doing this. Okay, let me tell you. We can't forget about. This is all. The whole episode is about changing ourselves. In the pretext that we are doing something to lead India, or in that pretext, the good that will happen is to you only. Forget about changing the world, okay? But should you think about others? Yes, because only then you will feel responsible. Vivekananda said, take the whole responsibility on your shoulders. It didn't mean, you will not get any benefit out of it. You do it for others. That's not the idea. Only when you do that will you get rid of your pravrittis, by the way. That is the easiest way you will get rid of these pravrittis. Vivekananda was not a fool to say this. Okay, he was out of the world. Even Americans declared he is more learned than all the learned professors of US put together. Okay, why? Because he could think metaphysical, he could think meta-ethereal also. Forget about ethereal world. He could think meta-ethereal also. He was a person of that kind. And his teachings, although over 100 years old now, will be relevant for next 300 years. At least 300 to 400 years.
They say 1,000 years.
Huh?
Ramakrishna Mission says 1,000 years.
Ramakrishna Mission says 1,000 years. Okay. So, and even now there are people who have been trying to understand. In Ramakrishna Mat, we have these Swamijis who try to understand him for many years. The depth of his thought cannot be understood. Where he is coming from, no one can understand. He is coming from very, very deep. So when he said, take the whole responsibility on your shoulders, we have to obey. Okay? Now, how do we change our pravrittis? Okay? There are many ways to change. Like the ultimate marga is, sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Okay? But if we can't do that, then the next alternative, or this is what Krishna also says subtly in Bhagavad Gita, or elaborately in Bhagavad Gita. I am trying to put it in small words. Now this is the origin. जब सुबह आपको उठने की थॉट आती है, तो अंदर से जब अलार्म बजता है, तो आपका कॉन्शियस माइंड बोलता है, कल रात तूने अलार्म लगाया, उठ जा. और अंदर से जो प्रवृत्ति जो है, वो बोलता है, सो जा बेटा. That is the point of discrimination. That is when you can exercise your discrimination and control your mind. Because after it becomes your words and actions, now this, it can't be broken here. Can you perform an action day in and out, but make sure it doesn't become your habit?
No. Difficult.
It is very difficult. If you drink tea for 10 days, 11th day if you don't drink tea on the same time, at the same time, your head starts aching. How many of you experience this? A lot of us, right? So it is difficult to break here. इसके बाद तो कंट्रोल ही नहीं है, प्रवृत्ति के ऊपर हमारा कंट्रोल नहीं है. Okay? Unless we surrender to some higher force who can wipe off our pravrittis, the only way out we have is to change here. Okay? The moment we get this thought and there is a clash between the strong force from subconscious and your decision your conscious decision, you need to decide on one thing. At that point, that is the point. You have to live, you have to exercise your full willpower at that point, for that point of time. And if you do this over a period, that's when you will be able to overcome or change your pravriti. Because a new pravriti is formed around it. You see what I am saying? Now, the second and more important than this process is you should love yourself. How many of you love yourself? How many of you don't have complaint against yourself or you don't curse yourself? Raise your hands. Fantastic. I'm very glad I met an audience which says 50% of you don't curse yourself. Jesus was also a learned master. He said, love thy neighbor as thyself. If you don't love yourself, how will you love your neighbor? अगर आपको कंप्लेंट है कि अगर मुझे कंप्लेंट है कि मेरा बाल सफेद हो रहा है और मैं अभी ऋतिक रोशन जैसे नहीं बना एंड आई गेट डिजेक्टेड, बूढ़ा हो गया, आई एम 30 years old and मैं बूढ़ा हो गया, and if I start picking up wrong things about me, I don't accept them, I don't accept myself as I am, मैं जैसा हूँ वैसा मैं अपने आप को स्वीकार अगर नहीं करूँगा with both positives and negatives, forget about changing. अगर वो तेरा बनेगा तो उसको बदलेगा ना, तेरा नहीं बनेगा. Reject, let the thoughts come and go. Don't evaluate your thoughts. Let them come, let them go. Slowly open your eyes for 1 or 2 seconds, close them again. Look at your palms, rub your palms and apply the warmth to your eyes. How many of you were able to observe your thoughts? How many of you were able to see your thoughts? Just like you are watching a movie, you are able to see your thoughts. All of you were able to see your thoughts. For the entire duration of 2 minutes? No. No? Were you able to see for entire duration? No? I have seen some of you frowning your face, coming so much aggression in your face. Some of you were smiling, some of you were serious. I could see a lot of expressions on your face. Okay. Now we just started this practice of dissociating I from my mind, my thoughts, so that I can use my mind the way I want. Okay. But you see, the dissociation is not just by your decision to dissociate. Okay. Abhyasa. is required. You need to practice this. Okay, for some of you who were able to observe for a longer period, were you able to notice that the density of thoughts you had at the start of the exercise is higher than the density at the end of the exercise? You are able to notice? जैसे कि जब हम स्टार्ट कर रहे थे एक्सरसाइज, हम अपने थॉट्स को देख रहे थे, तो काफी थॉट्स थे, there were many thoughts. पर कुछ टाइम के बाद हमने देखा कि थॉट्स का डेंसिटी जो है वो कम हो गया. और some of you might have reached a state where there is no thought at all. Have you reached? So if you reach there, you will not. So who will you be? I mean, you will not even know how long you have been in that state. So that is a different state. But if you are able to practice this and reach that state frequently, more frequently, and stay in that state for longer periods and so on, that will give you a lot of power to control your mind. Okay, because that is what we want, right? First, start observing, and then go beyond the mind, and then start controlling your mind. You can reach to an extent of deciding what thought should come at what points in time during the day. You can filter out your thoughts. You can throw a command on your mind that this is what I want, and mind works miraculously. You can never imagine. You do not even know the powers of mind. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, all of these are truths. They are not cock and bull stories. I have seen myself. For a short period, I have experienced clairvoyance as well. For a very short period. So all these things are possible. But we haven't experienced them, so I don't want to comment about them. But did you feel you are peaceful and devoid of the strong emotions that you earlier had at the start of the exercise? You felt more peaceful. We did it for a very short span because of paucity of time. But if you practice this exercise for a longer period, you will be able to see that you will reach thoughtless state, and as much as you are able to spend more time in the thoughtless state, you will gain so much control over your mind. Okay, so it's a direct proportion, directly related, directly proportional. Now, going to the second thought, I mentioned about accepting the way we are not, right? So we think that rejecting a thought or rejecting a tendency is the way to get rid of it. अगर मेरे पास एक बुरी प्रवृत्ति है, तो मैं अपने आप को कोसते रहूंगा कि तू बुरा है, ये बुरी प्रवृत्ति है, ये बुरी प्रवृत्ति है इसलिए तू बुरा है, तेरी ये प्रवृत्ति बहुत बुरी है. तो अगर ये डायलॉग हमारे मन में होते ही रहेगी, तो क्या हम उस बुरी प्रवृत्ति को या बुरी आदत को छोड़ने में सक्सेसफुल होंगे? कामयाब नहीं होंगे. मैं इसका एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. आप सब लोग आप अपनी आंखें बंद कर दीजिए और एक बार. I will narrate a very short story, and you will after the end of the exercise, at the end of the exercise, you will tell me what you have seen in your mind. Okay? Imagine a very dense forest. A very, very dense forest. Close your eyes. आंखें बंद. A very dense forest. And you see a very stout monkey with a very long tail, wheatish color, red mouth, running towards a small hill. आपने देखा कि एक बड़ा बंदर एक हिल के तरफ भाग रही है और वो बंदर बहुत मोटी है, उसका पूंछ बहुत बड़ा है, उसका माउथ रेड कलर है और वो बहुत तेज भाग रही है। It climbs the hill and on top of the hill it sees a mango tree. वो बंदर वो हिल के ऊपर पहुंच गया और एक मैंगो ट्री देखिए, the monkey jumps onto the mango tree and starts plucking the ripened mangoes and throwing down furiously, aggressively. The long-tailed, red-mouthed, big monkey is plucking ripened mangoes and throwing on the ground. ये बड़ा बंदर, इसका पूंछ बहुत बड़ा है और उसका माउथ लाल है, तो वो मैंगोस, पके हुए मैंगोस को प्लक करके नीचे फेंक रही है। Okay, open your eyes. How many of you saw a monkey in your mind? Because we discussed about monkey, we saw a monkey, right? Now close your eyes. अभी एक एनिमल है जो मंकी नहीं है, वो उस हिल के ओर भाग रही है। ये एनिमल मंकी जैसा बड़ा नहीं है, एनिमल का पूंछ बड़ा नहीं है, उसका माउथ भी लाल नहीं है। ये एनिमल भाग रही है हिल के ऊपर, भाग रही है और वो पेड़ के पास पहुंच गया। The animal which is different from monkey, which did not have a long tail, which did not have a red mouth, it's not a huge animal, ran on top of the hill, reached the mango tree, the big mango tree with ripened mangoes. It climbed the mango tree, started plucking mangoes and started throwing them down. बंदर अभी पेड़ के ऊपर चढ़ गया नहीं, ये जो एनिमल है बंदर नहीं है, वो पेड़ के ऊपर चढ़ गया और वो मैंगोस प्लक करके फेंक रहा है नीचे। Open your eyes. What did you see? Which animal did you see?
वो सारे देखे, कौन जा सकता है? कई
बहुत जा सकते थे, लेकिन आप किसको देखा? ज्यादा किसको देखा? तो ज्यादा आपको किसने देखा? ज्यादा आपको मंकी को ही देखी। आप बोल रहे कि मंकी नहीं है, फिर भी आप किसको देख रहे?
बंदर को।
बंदर को ही देख रहे। समझ में आया आपको? नाउ क्लोज योर आइज। Imagine an elephant a big elephant with huge trunk running towards the mango tree. The elephant is so huge, its trunk is so huge that it was able to reach every branch of the mango tree. एक हाथी दौड़ी है पेड़ के पास, वो बहुत बड़ा हाथी है, उसका ट्रंक भी बहुत बड़ा है और वो एक एक करके मैंगोज को प्लग करके फेंक रही है नीचे. Elephant is plucking mangoes with its trunk and throwing them. Open your eyes. Did you see monkey third time?
Yes.
Third time. तीसरी बार. How many of you saw monkey? Okay. Third time.
हाथी भी और monkey दोनों.
First appeared monkey, then afterwards we get into it. And we are trying to drag that elephant in our and we follow.
Okay. So, okay, I like this explanation. Initially I was thinking of monkey, so monkey is there in my mind, but I told myself, I dragged away my thoughts from monkey to an elephant, and later on I was able to see elephant. Okay? अगर आपको monkey को दूर करना है, तो आपको हाथी के बारे में सोचना है. ये नहीं बोलना कि monkey तू मेरे मन में मत था, monkey तू मेरे मन में मत था. जब तक तू monkey का नाम लेगा वही रहेगा. Until the time you will think of, you will start. So, समझ में आया आपको? अगर एक प्रवृत्ति को दूर करना है तो दूसरी प्रवृत्ति को पकड़ना ही है. You have no choice. और जो पहली प्रवृत्ति है उसको कोसना नहीं, अपने आप को कोसना नहीं, उसको छोड़ दे वहीं पर. Be fine with it. Just think of the new प्रवृत्ति you will have to cultivate. But हम लोग क्या करते हैं? Most of us, not everyone, we are still stuck to that old thought, to that old प्रवृत्ति, और इसके बारे में सोचते नहीं. So ये clean slate perspective जो होता है, completing with your past, completing with all your past प्रवृत्तिस, and moving on to cultivate newer प्रवृत्तिस, ये जो पैराडाइम जो होता है वो बहुत ही पावरफुल पैराडाइम है. It is very powerful. Otherwise we will never be able to. आप कभी भी you will never be able to quit drinking, by the way. If you don't look at drinking completely differently, okay? If you don't cultivate a different philosophy around drinking and you change that habit, just by saying no, I will not drink, no, I will not drink, you are still thinking about drinking and you are reinforcing the thought of drinking by saying no, 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 no to that habit. You see what I am saying?
Just a actually, I had a habit of smoking. Almost 1995 to 2011. More than 16 years.
16 years.
16 years. Daily 1 packet, 2 packets. Once people both of them quit करने. I have seen so many advertisements. Once I am doing marketing, I have come across one paper. They have given the benefits of quitting the smoking. The first time I have decided, I tried to quit the smoking. I have tried, but I am succeed and I have tried. So many times I quit smoking for 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. We'll go up to certain time, and some unexpected situation comes. Definitely I will go for smoke to relaxing from that. Because I have a feeling that in my mind, smoking can relax me. Okay, so I am unable to avoid it. Finally, I have a situation where I daughter here. The time her age was 3 years. She is residing with her grandmother, far away from her. Okay, मेरे को बहुत कम चांस मिलता था उसको देखने के. मैं 6 महीने में 1 साल में कभी जाने को मिलता था. तभी जाता तो मेरे को 1 दिन रहता था. वो टाइम में मेरे को बीच बीच में सिगरेट पीने को दिमाग में आता था. तो I had to go out of this home and I had to spend at least 15 minutes and ऐसा एक बार दो बार हो गया था. Then later I thought, why should I waste 15 minutes also? I am getting only 1 or 2 days to spend with my wife. I should not waste my time. So I am practicing, before going there, I am practicing quitting smoking for at least 15 days before itself. So like that I started quitting idea. And one day I determined that I should quit. Once she grown up, definitely she will ask if I will continuously. So keeping in that mind, one day I determined I will quit the smoking that day. 3 days over. When I will feel feeling to smoke now, I used to take the water. I heard somewhere. Okay, I used to take the water. 3rd day, I am unable to sit on my side in the office. My words are not also coming in the proper way because chemical this one. So I put half day leave to my office. I go to my home and slept completely. So that day I was successfully avoided. Later I continued it. After that, actually I didn't even I don't want to remember how many days I have quit the smoke. So like that it's almost I don't know more than 3 years. I don't get the thought of smoking. Because I kept the thought that because of my kid, I should smoke.
So now you don't...
No, I don't get the thought of. Even my friends in parties, they will smoke, they will offer, I simply will listen. Because at that time, I will get the thought of what are the negativities I faced. I should not get connected. Thank you.
Thank you. So, great example for you to take some cues. So, in his case, what was the elephant? Monkey was smoking. Elephant क्या था? हाथी क्या था? पानी एक था और एक बार तो स्लीप बन गया इनका, जाके सो गए. So, but still I mean, वो स्ट्रॉन्ग प्रवृत्ति है ना, तो उसके बारे में ना सोचना थोड़ा मुश्किल है, क्योंकि वो बॉडी से जुड़ा हुआ है और आपका बायोलॉजी भी मांगता है केमिकल्स जो स्ट्रॉन्ग प्रवृत्ति है. But he finally succeeded. Now, if someone offers, he simply says, his paradigm has shifted. Now he is out of it. He simply says, no. Thank you. No thanks. So this is one good example. So now that we have less time, let me move on. So how senses create thoughts? हमारे यहाँ 5 इंद्रिय है. Okay. Eyes, 5 senses, eyes, ears, nose, mouth and skin. Okay. So this is the ratio of thoughts entering into our minds through these sensory organs. Through eyes you have 83%. Research also says that visuals have more impact than words. We observe something, it has more impact on our mind than we hear something. Right? That's why we enjoy watching a movie rather than just listening to a movie. Did you ever try listening a movie? No. It doesn't give as much pleasure as when we watch the movie. 83% goes through our eyes. Okay. So if we have to put a stop on what is entering into or filter what is entering into our system, what is the first sensory organ we have to filter? We have to apply filter to eyes. That is the first sensory organ. Next, moving on. Okay, so we have seen examples of this, but since we have to cover the slides, you see, if you watch TV serials, what happens? What are TV serials filled with? They are filled with emotions. I don't see anything else. At least Telugu serials, other than emotions, which are mostly on the negative side, I don't see, not many I haven't come across at least a single serial that is devoid of wrong emotions. Okay? Cinema. I mean, so how are people able to influence, you know? So romance is one thing which is very common in every movie. What happens when you watch a lot of movies filled with romance? What happens? Your mind, your mind consciousness will be filled with romance. Isn't that true? Yes. Because what you will be filled with is what you see. Your conscious mind will be filled with these things. Repeated looks, attractions. I am sure all of us know what this means. Attractions lead to love, love dreams, passion, and so on. Okay. So coming about movies, how many of you cried in a Shah Rukh Khan movie? आप रोए थे इसी Shah Rukh Khan movie? क्या acting करते हैं ना Shah Rukh Khan? I am also a big fan of Shah Rukh Khan's acting. But imagine he is just acting there and you are reacting here. वो झूठी tears है और हमारी असली tears है. उन्होंने पैसे कमा रहे और हम गवा रहे. At the cost of our tears. Correct?
Because of that moral. औरत के लिए बोलता हूँ. मैसेज देता है ना. मैसेज के लिए.
यार VDLJ में क्या मैसेज है? दिल वाला दुल्हनिया अभी भी बात करते हैं उसके बारे में. मुझे तो कुछ मैसेज नहीं दिखता. उनका एक्टिंग के बारे में बोले तो 100 मार्क्स. लेकिन मैसेज जो बोल रहे हैं आप मुझे समझ में नहीं.
मम्मी के पास जाके मैं बोलता है. जाके I like your daughter.
एक दो चीजें ऐसे हैं लेकिन जो प्रमोट कर रहे हैं मूवीज मैं समझता हूँ कि there are better topics. आप नहीं समझते better topics.
टेरेस के ऊपर बोलता है. व्हाट ना फ्रेंड अराउंड बोलता है. जो रोना आता है. हैप्पी डेज. ये नॉट ए शाहरुख का. इट्स अ टाइस.
हैप्पी डेज. हाँ मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ कि मूवीज में ना.
It's a movie with commercial aspects also with it.
वहाँ उनके टीयर्स रियल नहीं है.
नहीं ग्लिसरीन का बॉटल रहता है. उससे आता है क्योंकि I belong to the industry. Okay.
नहीं शाहरुख खान बहुत अच्छा एक्टिंग करते हैं. उसके बारे में मैं कुछ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ और आपको भी कुछ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि वहाँ पर एक्शन होता है, यहाँ रिएक्शन होता है. सच है कि नहीं? वहाँ जस्ट एक्शन होता है, असल में नहीं रो रहे उन्होंने. लेकिन मेरा कॉस्टली टीयर्स है ये तो. मैं रो रहा हूँ और सब रो रहे हैं इधर उधर देखा तो. हाँ इमोशंस एग्जैक्टली. तो वही तो करते हैं सिनेमा वाले. इमोशंस पे पैसे कमाते हैं. राइट? एंड ये जो पैशंस जो है 5 सेंसरी ऑर्गन से सम पीपल तो हमको सब 5 है 5 सेंसेस आर एक्टिव. लेकिन अगर नेचर में आप देखेंगे तो कुछ सेंसेस dominate over other senses. For example, elephant. You know how elephants are trapped? There is a pit laid out and on that pit there is grass. So that गड्ढा खोदते हैं और उसके ऊपर घास डाल देते हैं. और वो opposite sex elephant से बस रगड़ने के लिए उसकी इच्छा होती है, elephant की इच्छा. और वो गड्ढे में gets trapped. You understood how elephants are trapped. So an opposite sex elephant is put on the other side and this elephant just wants to have a rub of the opposite sex elephant and it falls in the trap. That's how elephants are trapped. Okay? Sensory organ is trapping your life. Okay? And lighting insect. You might have seen lighting insect. वो आग के इधर उधर घूमता है और आग में गिर के मर जाता है. तो उसको बस खुशी होती है आग देखने में. See, just for that pleasure of watching fire, it gets killed. In pursuit of sensory pleasure of watching fire, the insect gets killed. Fish for taste, we know कैसे पकड़ते हैं मछली को. टेस्ट के लिए वो आता है. ये नहीं है कि उसको खाना नहीं मिल रहा, लेकिन उसको टेस्टी अर्थवर्म चाहिए तो आएगा और हम पकड़ लेंगे, हम खाते हैं. और बी, हनी बी क्या होता है? स्मेल की वजह से. वो आप देखे होंगे, देयर आर दिस कार्निवोरस plants, carnivorous flowers, and an insect goes there and it gets trapped. आप देखे होंगे फूल जो बंद हो जाता है, इंसेक्ट्स के अंदर आने से बंद हो जाता है, वो मर जाता है. देखिए ऐसे ही हमारा भी पतन होता है, isn't it? If we become slaves to these sensory organs, what happens? We also get demoralized. We also fall prey. They will use us.
हम लोग सैकड़ों बार मरते हैं.
हाँ?
सैकड़ों बार मरते हैं. Next.
हाँ, तो ये काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, मद, मात्सर्य. अभी दुनिया में जितने भी नेगेटिविटीज हो रहे, भ्रष्टाचार हो रहा है, पूरों का रीजन यही है. कुछ भी नेगेटिव एलिमेंट लीजिए आप, रीजन तो यही है. और इसको ओनली ह्यूमन बीइंग कंट्रोल कर सकता है या उसको बढ़ावा दे सकता है. ओनली ह्यूमन बीइंग. कुत्ता को तो उसको पता ही नहीं, इट इज अ स्लेव इन इमोशंस. कुत्ते को अगर आप देखेंगे तो जब सीजन आएगा वो अपना काम करेगा. सीजन अभी एंड हो गया. ऐसे वी हैव सो मेनी एग्जांपल्स इन नेचर where they have a proper set software program, and based on that program, or they are more systematic than us in nature. हमारे यहाँ तो इसका कोई अंत ही नहीं है. काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, मद, मात्सर्य. उसको कितना चाहिए उतना बढ़ावा दे सकते हैं. उसको अगर घटाना है तो वो भी कर सकते हैं. कर सकते हैं कि नहीं? कैसे कर सकते हैं अभी हम देखें, उसका प्रोसेस देखें. नेक्स्ट, ये जो है हम कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी, कंजर्वेशन ऑफ सेक्सुअल एनर्जी, ओके, इसके ऊपर अभी पता नहीं, मैं ये सेशन 3 साल बाद ले रहा हूँ, लेकिन जब भी मैं ये सेशन लेता हूँ, especially for people who are not married, I want you to pay a lot of attention to conserving your sexual energy, क्योंकि यही है जो आपको इनह्यूमन या आउट ऑफ ह्यूमन एनर्जी दे सकता है. विवेकानंद, why do you think he was so famous or people just got captivated? Where did that knowledge come from? It came from brahmacharya, thought level brahmacharya. You see, it is very, very important that you have that thought level brahmacharya. You practice it for 11 years and any knowledge in the world can be acquired just like that. Okay, so it is very important. I hope, and it also helps you improve your immunity. Well, post marriage you have different rules, okay, but pre-marriage brahmacharya is very, very important. Okay, immunity. So अभी आप देख रहे स्वाइन फ्लू क्या क्या आ रहे हैं, ये सब अभी. My grandmother doesn't even know what is sugar or BP. Why? Because they had a set lifestyle and they were close to nature, and also they had these rules inbuilt in the Samskriti. Nobody told them, but they just observed the elders and they continued. But अभी आप देख रहे हैं इतने सारे diseases आ रहे हैं. I think this is because of lack of immunity in human beings. ये immunity की अभाव से आ रहे इतने सारे diseases.
Lifestyle.
हाँ, maybe lifestyle diseases we have. So immunity कैसे बढ़ाना? You have to, have that control over your mind and senses. उससे बहुत immunity मिलता है. You can fight a lot of things. You can fight yourself first. All your pravrittis that you are talking about. Without your ojas and tejas, how will you fight? Where is the energy going to come from? Okay. So we can discuss privately if you want later. But I just want to make it a point that the more you conserve your energy, the more evolved you will be. This is for sure. Okay, out of my experience. From second year or so, when I got to know, when I read about Vivekananda, there's a book sold by Ramakrishna Math, Arise, Awake and Know Your Strength. This is a book by Swami Srikantananda. So the whole book talks about how the sexual energy converts into ojas and tejas. And with that Tejas, what you can accomplish in the world? Extraordinary. You can accomplish extraordinary things in the world. Next. So let's we have covered enough of this. This is the exercise that we in next 2 minutes we want all of us to do this exercise. Just list down 2 positive things that you have and 2 negative things that you have. And what do you want to do in order to control those 2 negative things or subside them? How do you want to do that? So let's do this exercise now, next 2 minutes.
Are you giving the paper? So where we have to write here on
In your book, you might just use your book.